Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Dodge? Here. Commissioner Lieberman?
Here.
Commissioner Rice?
Here, let us stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right, and our first item of business is a wonderful thing. We're going to recognize Jennifer Hinch for Outstanding Poll Worker of the Year. Awesome.
Exciting going on. All right. County Commissioners, this past election, a year ago, in November, we came during the middle of the election. Jenny is one of our best PLSs, our polling location supervisors, and she was working out in Washington Township Rec Center. And during the election, in the mid-morning, right?
Yes.
Mid-morning, the power went out at the at where she was at. Did not stop her from leading her team to make sure that no voters were turned away. They continued not only to process them, but they also continued to vote them, all under her leadership. And not only did she do that, she was able to, she contacted the board, Washington Township. They responded. I think her department responded. And by the time the power came back on, I don't know, she had 6, 7, 8, 9 generators. They just kept showing up. That's her use of resources that she was able to do. And this really shows here in Montgomery County the commitment not only with the Board of Elections, the county commissioners, all the departments, the water department, all the way down to all the different agencies that we have, helping us put on a wonderful election for our voters here in Montgomery County. It was at that time, Deputy Director Sarah Greathouse and myself thought it was such a great act that we wanted to make sure she got recognized for all that she did to make sure in supporting the voters of Montgomery County. We contacted the Secretary of State's office, went into, we had some tough competition up there, but Jennifer was clear by far the most deserving PLS poll worker that was honored. She was unable to be there this spring, so we wanted to make sure she was given the proper recognition as the poll worker of the year from the state of Ohio.
Wow.
Great. Well, you want to say something? You don't have to.
Well, Commissioners, Jennifer, great job. She used her inside track with Matt and his team, but I think Matt wanted to say a few words, Commissioners. Matt, did you want to say something?
Yeah. Jennifer, she's legacy. She's been with Environmental Services for 15 years, but her mom is here, Karen Linhart. She was a longtime employee of Environmental Services, retired a few years ago. Her uncle, is Jeff Hasty, so appreciate you guys
Jeff.
being here.
I didn't know that, but that's awesome. We know Jeff.
So first off, I'd like to say that I'm not surprised by Jennifer's response in that critical moment because she is a leader. You don't have to have a title or tenure to be a leader. Leadership is an attitude. It's about commitment, and it's about helping others and getting the job done, and it's obvious that you've done that. It's obvious you have passion for your job, and the county and Environmental Services is grateful to have you on our team, so thank you very much.
Yes, thank you so much. It's quite an honor. Congratulations. It's awesome.
Absolutely, and we can only hope you don't need to call any of those
Yeah, next month, yeah.
this upcoming election as well. But no, we're incredibly proud of you. And I didn't realize it was the whole state, so that is
Congratulations.
awesome. That is
kind of a shocker for me.
well, I don't mean it's a shock, but that is
Yeah.
truly, is an indication that you've really risen way above the standards. And so we're proud that you're part of our community. And I know that everybody who works gives it their all. So we're glad that you got some accolades and recognition, much deserved.
Yeah,
Thank you.
congratulations, because you know, when that happens, I'm sure immediately everybody just kind of panics, like, what do I do? And you just, kept calm and just like,
You did it. All right.
And the other thing, well, while you're here, if you want to give a shout out to how are you doing on poll workers? We have an election coming up here in a couple of weeks.
It's funny that you bring that up.
Yeah.
We do have an election. Today's the last day for registration. Tomorrow starts our early voting, but that's one of the great things that when we contacted the county commissioners to have it today is we do need our poll workers from all different departments as well, but also from the public. In fact, one of our poll worker coordinators is up here celebrating. She's the one that kind of wrote, and going back to mom is.
Good job, Robin.
And even as I understand it, it's her mom that got her coming into to be a poll worker, and now her mom works for her.
Wow, that's awesome. Great.
Commissioners, we need to get a picture.
Appreciate that.
Sure.
Yeah. Want a picture with all of us? Should we go up or down?
Judy, how's this? Can I keep it like that?
Just say it's a new look.
We're thinking probably, Robert, you want him up here? Okay.
Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you very much.
Steve is always a joker. He's such a jokester.
And next, we have Sinclair Community College. Dr. Steve Johnson is going to give us an update.
Thank you. Commissioners, Administrator Colbert, and members of the administration, thank you. I think Jennifer Hinch should do this.
There you
And
go.
she is a Sinclair grad, right?
All right.
I said,
Yeah, that's great.
there you are. I said, Jennifer, you you do have your degree from Sinclair, right? She goes, well, not on me, but if you could go get it, that'd be great. But anyhow, that was great. That's really nice. Ugly rumor has it that I have 32 slides in this deck. Yeah, and which is.
We're having dinner brought in, so don't worry about it.
Shoot. Well, here's what I want to do. I just want to give you an update on our progress toward helping more students earn more education faster for less money, for that education to be ever more aligned to the economic needs of this region, headquartered here in Montgomery County, and our successful students ever more reflecting the diversity of our region and our community. And all those things are true. So let's put all that data into 32 slides, but I don't need to do that because I just said it. More students are getting more education faster for less money, ever more aligned, and our diversity is ever more reflecting of the diversity of this region. We've been here for 136 years, which I will substantiate as soon as I get my little clicker to go forward. Emily, you said if I push this button. I'll push that button.
Here.
I don't need no buttons. This is how we get it down to one slide.
That's right.
We use one slide.
That's okay. Not going.
I'm not 19.
There we
That's
go.
good. Well, that's good. 136 years. Yay. 31,000 unduplicated students studying for college credit. Probably another 12,000 or so in workforce programs. So well over 40 to 50,000 unique souls served in educational services every year. We have over 300 programs of study, majors. Let's say how many majors are at Sinclair? About 300, which is about 3 times more than the average American community college. There are 1,200 of us in the United States community colleges. About average, it's 100 majors. We have 300, so we are one of the largest in the United States. We have the 4 locations in Montgomery County, and again, this is part of our access mission. Not only is it access through low cost and access through a lot of different majors that are aligned to this economic region, but the geographic access is also really important to us. And as you are well aware, most of our graduates, like Jennifer's gone.
She left.
She left,
She
but
didn't go back to work.
she did not leave the region. She did
No,
not leave
no,
the county.
she didn't.
She just left the room. 90% of our graduates stay right here and live their lives and raise their families here. And so that's a very, very important part of that which we do. You're aware of our historically low, perpetually historically low tuition rates as compared to other forms of higher education. You're also no doubt aware that there's a lot of value to getting a Sinclair degree. Immediately, on average, upon graduating, our students will double their annual incomes. And we're not talking about students. Our average age is 28. So our students aren't like 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds serving coffee. And of course, they're going to make more money when that happens. But when they're 28 and they already have families, and the next year they double their salary, that's a big deal. I have lots of hockey stick charts here where it would just show we have more students graduating, more minority students graduating, more African-American students graduating, more African-American male students graduating than ever before, historic levels.
That's great.
If you were to ask, well, okay, what are those majors that matter? As you can see, hundreds of nurses, actually thousands in IT, in legal assisting, and first responders, just hundreds over the years. So we, again, another affirmation of how aligned we are to the needs of this community. A lot of our students will transfer then after Sinclair, not all. A lot of our students go directly into the workforce, if they're not already in the workforce, just enhancing through Sinclair. But we transfer to many universities, and especially Wright State, and especially UC and UD, and here in the area. One of the things that we do to be ever more aligned is apprenticeships, to try before you buy for everyone, for the employers and for the students. And so this photograph is just trying to symbolize the great number of apprentices that we have now through the formal. This is not the informal work study. These are formal registered, federally registered and state registered apprenticeships. And these company logos will represent some of the partners we have in this program, which is going really, really well. So somebody mentioned that it's election season. And somebody mentioned seeing a Sinclair sign the other day. And yes, you did. And yes, the sign says will not raise taxes, and it says vote for Sinclair issue 10. So Sinclair has enjoyed the benefit of a Montgomery County tax levy for 56 years. And there are, like the Human Services levy in Montgomery County, like it, not it, but like it, there are 2. So it's balanced out, and this is that levy B, the second one, and it is indeed on the ballot. And I just want to run through that very, very quickly, and I can take any questions or talk about anything you want me to, or sit down if you want me to. So just want to, again, point out that we are offering one of the lowest tuitions in the state of Ohio, if not the lowest. We've had spotless audits, financial audits. We have 0 debt. We're one of the only universities or colleges in America that has 0 debt. Most big universities have in the billions plant debt, or at least hundreds of millions, and we have 0. this pie chart is just working to illustrate the sources of Sinclair's revenue. It's basically three, tuition, state reimbursement, state subsidy, and then the other third are the levies. And the levy B here is the purple, and so that is that portion of our funding. It's very important to us. So at a glance, levy B does expire in 2023, so that's why we're on the ballot now. 56 years we've had a levy. We're on the ballot. It's a 1 mil renewal, so we're just asking for the same absolute dollar amount that we received the last round, and so it won't raise taxes. It generates $9 million a year for us. Helps us keep tuition low and keep us moving forward in our economically aligned programs. The cost to a taxpayer is $35 a year on $100,000. I think there's other things that I could say, like it won't raise taxes, but I probably have already said that 5 times. So it still won't raise taxes. Probably by the end of my slides, it still will not raise taxes. Here are our co-chairs for the campaign. We're very blessed to have very strong support across the community. The endorsements are coming in, I think 2 more this morning, so we're not on the list. So, and with that, I'm going to end with my favorite photograph of Sinclair. If I only had one slide,
The big room.
only one slide that I could show and speak to and wave my arms and touch. It's this photograph of the UD Arena, the only place really big enough to hold our graduation and hold all of the families and all of the friends and all the graduates who are celebrating each year the completion of their degrees. And that's what we're about, and I think we all love this. So thank you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you.
And this worked really well once I figured
It was great. It was great.
Yeah, I just have a quick question. Are you doing any classes virtually, like you were during the pandemic, or is
Remotely?
everybody back in?
Yeah.
Are we doing
Virtually. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Virtually.
yes, we have. So before the pandemic, we were 30% e-learn already, 70% traditional in person. So we are back in person, but we have even a more robust e-learn with more online degrees and classes. So yeah, we are doing pure online, pure in person, and blended. We have a lot blended.
Great. Good.
Are there specific kinds of courses that work? Because, you hear of so many younger students, like in elementary, who don't respond well.
And they don't.
But
Some
you're
don't, but
older,
many
you're in
do.
college.
Exactly. There's different strokes for different folks. And some personality types, some motivation types, some folks do just well regardless of their age, and some don't. So we have for all. I mean, we cover, and so when you ask what kinds of courses, virtually all of them. All
Okay,
of them,
so
yeah.
any course.
Not literally every course is online, but virtually anything you really need in your core is there.
Right.
That's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Every time you guys have a levy, we're with you, so.
Oh, yeah.
We will humbly accept your
Absolutely.
endorsement.
Well, this is just such a foundation for our economy, for all of our families, because we say it over and over. Every student that succeeds is probably not only the student themselves, but their family succeeds. And when families succeed, our county succeeds. So this allows the younger, maybe they're finding their way for the first time, but adults who find themselves, repurposing, what am I going to do next? I love that we have so many options.
I know.
There's
Yeah,
hardly
we do.
any limits. There's probably, if you haven't, anyone watching or knows someone, if they have an interest and they want to retool themselves, right, for the future, there's an option that Sinclair likely offers.
Thank you.
Well, we're very proud of you all
Thank
at
you.
Sinclair, and we're happy that we're partner.
Yeah.
We love Montgomery County, so
well,
thank
we
you.
love
We love you because you're right across the street.
Well,
And we can go there and eat.
we love you for those reasons too. Thank you. Thank you. Commissioners, administrator.
Oh, well, thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank
you.
you
Thank
all.
you.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you,
luck.
team.
Thank you, Steve.
Good seeing you all here. You can stay or not.
We're gonna find
Kathy's
out.
like, I think I'm gonna
Check out
go.
our degree.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Bye,
You're gonna
everybody.
miss the county engineer.
That's
stay.
That's always been a highlight of our day.
Please stay.
County engineer.
Okay. Good afternoon, Commissioners, Administrator, ladies and gentlemen. We have a number of items on the agenda today. The first is Resolution 22-1515 to authorize financial support for a joint project with the City of Centerville for the Clower Road and Dimco Way intersection improvements project. 1516 is to authorize the county auditor to pay by warrant $33,559.83 to the City of Oakwood for permissive tax funds for the 2018 Shroyer Road Improvement Project. 1517 is to amend the stormwater management program for small municipal separate storm sewer systems located within rapidly developing watersheds to discharge stormwater under the National Pollutant Discharge Elimination System. The program has needed revision for several years. We now have a full-time employee working in stormwater, and he's done a great job of updating the program. 1518 is to authorize the county engineer to proceed with force account work during 2023 pursuant to Section 5543.19 of the Ohio Revised Code. 1519 is to accept the 2022 inventory in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code, Section 5549.01. And then we have a couple of agreements to approve. 1520 is with the City of Moraine for participation in the 2023 asphalt concrete resurfacing program. And 1521 is with the Ohio Department of Transportation for the maintenance and operation of traffic signals located on Austin Boulevard in Miami Township.
Move to approve.
Second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Clerk of Courts.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the Clerk of Courts, we have Resolution 1522, request proposals for a case management system.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Juvenile Court.
Good afternoon. Thank you, Commissioners. On behalf of Anthony Capizzi, Administrative Judge, we have one item for your consideration today, 22-1523, which is accept Substance Abuse and Mental Health Services Administration Sampson Grant for the expansion and enhancement of Family Treatment Court in an amount of $391,917 through September 29, 2023.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 County Administrator.
Oh, yes, Michael, County Administrator.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the County Administrator, under the Clerk's Office, we have approved the minutes of the meetings on October 4th, 2022. Resolution 1524, approval of bills, and Resolution 1525, approval of travel and expenses. Both of those lists are available in the Clerk's Office.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Administrative Services.
Thank you, Commissioners. Thank you, Administrator. We have only 5 items for your approval today. 1526 is the approval of personnel actions. The list is available in the Clerk's Office. 1527 authorizes an agreement with Alliant Insurance Services, Inc. for risk management consultant broker services for the Risk Safety and Emergency Management Department, an amount not to exceed $152,250, and that's through October 10, 2024. 1528 extends the agreement with Wilderness Agency for branding services for the Office of Strategic Initiatives through December 31, 2022 of this year. We have 2 items, unfortunately, to reject. We are 1529 Wright Flyer relocation project and re-advertises at the estimated cost of $550,000. And 1530 is veterinarian supplies for the Animal Resource Center and re-advertise.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Environmental Services.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. For Environmental Services, we have Resolution 1531, amend the agreement with Kinnison Excavating, Inc. for the Terrace Villa Sanitary Sewer Improvements Project, Contract 2, by adding $60,230.10 to the original amount for a revised total of $1,293,680.10. 1532, accept the subdividers contract from MI Homes of Cincinnati, LLC, for the Washington Glen Section 5 development. And Resolution 1533, submit an application to participate in the Ohio Water Development Authority, OWDA, local government agency loan program for a loan in the amount of $8,590,000 and authorize a cooperative agreement with OWDA for implementation of the Eastern Regional Water Reclamation Facility Belt Filter Press Replacement Project.
That was a mouthful. I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Human Services.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have a couple of resolutions. Resolution 22-1534, and it's to amend the agreement with Goodwill Easter Seals Miami Valley to provide Ohio Works First, OWF, and Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, Employment and Training, SNAP ENT, services by amending Article 5 with no change in funding through December 31st of 2022. Resolution 22-1535 is to solicit requests for quotes and qualifications for reunification services. And then we have authorized agreements for substitute care services through March 31st of 2024. Resolution 22-1536, Gulf Coast Treatment Center, 22-1537, Woodruff Corporation, DBA, Adrian's Haven. And then we have Resolution 22-1538, and it's to amend the price agreement with Maxim Healthcare Staffing Services, Inc. for temporary nursing services for an increase in rates.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Business Services.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Under Business Services, I have one resolution for you today. Resolution 1539, authorizing a facility rental and catering services agreement with Sinclair Community College in an amount not to exceed $5,787.52.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. We do not have any comments by citizens, so County Administrator.
Thank you, Commissioners. I'd like to commend all of the teams that worked on the Emergency Operations Center in Miamisburg. Great job. Our EMA and safety team, Brittany, Phil's here today. Phil and his entire team did a fantastic job. And Phil, who's our vendor? Becker? Becker Construction. But the EOC is going to be co-located with the regional dispatch. And this is going to create a really good synergy between our jurisdictions, police and fire, public health, all the agencies, so that we can very quickly deploy resources when we need it in the event that we have some type of crisis situation, Commissioners. And in the last few years, this is also going to position us better to address some of the issues that we've seen in the last few years, the tornado and the like. So great job, everyone. Excellent work. And Commissioners, thank you for the investment to support this project. Thank you very much.
Absolutely, and it really was a team effort. I mean, when you saw all the different interest stakeholders there, truly a great project that makes sense in so many ways. So our IT department was instrumental in securing the IT for the facility. Communications helped develop the AV requirements. Purchasing ensured the contract was placed and secured. And John Parks and the budget team made sure the money was in place, always important. So there's not hardly a person here that wasn't involved in some way, shape, or form. And the event itself was terrific. Mother Nature kept it a little cool, a little breezy up on that hill. What'd they call it? Up on the hill?
Yeah,
I think that's what they called it. If you worked at the DOE, it was up on the hill for all those years. And if you have never been out there, you really are at one of the highest points. You can see for a long ways, which is another great benefit, that they can look out if there was fire or whatever and be able to see it. But also wanted to mention that our lunches were from the Farmer in the Deli instead of Farmer in the Dell. Farmer in the Deli, and that's a tiny business down in Germantown. But don't let their size fool you. They are doing great things in that community. They set up a senior meal program and deliver meals to Germantown seniors, and they provide free lunch to all Germantown and Farmersville kids during the summer. Now, is that not awesome or what?
Yeah.
That is really going above and beyond. You don't hear about small businesses, so that's really a small business that is invested in their community and we were glad to feature them
Yeah,
at that event.
was
Great
great.
event.
There aren't
So-
many places to eat in Germantown and Farmersville. And there is a small, they have the farm in the deli, and then they have another one in
Right.
Farmersville. So, as we're congratulating everybody, and Carolyn, you mentioned the communications team, I just want to thank you. You know, it takes a big team to, for all of our events, and they were live tweeting the event and had great social coverage. And we love seeing our team of videographers, Evan and Austin, our photographer, Robert Breen, and our social media guru, Randy Burns. We love seeing all of them at our events, but it was great to see everybody together. I think I got a great picture of everybody there, including Deb, who didn't, I think at first want to be in the picture, but we told her, get in that picture. And it was just great to see everybody there celebrating, and this is going to be really, really incredible for the community, safer. I know one of the things that was mentioned a couple times was in the over at the Rybold, there were no windows.
Right.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
and
Very grateful for
you know, the couple times that we've had to be over there for emergencies, it's kind of claustrophobic. So this new facility is amazing, and they, was it the sheriff? Yeah, the sheriff said that, you know, it's one of the safest buildings
Yeah,
in the county, in the region probably,
yeah.
because it was built for the mound, for nuclear.
Practically.
Yeah,
Let's
well, it
not find
was,
out
yeah.
about that.
No, we don't want to find out about that. And so coming up is our fall styrofoam recycling event, and it's this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 at Wegerson Gardens Metro Park. And this is our seventh event, I know, so far. And we have kept 20,000 pounds of styrofoam out of our landfill because of those events. And I know, Matt, you're happy that we keep those out. Matt's team comes, with the commissioners, we try to go to every one of them, and it's really fascinating to see people bring carloads, truckloads full of styrofoam. So if you have any styrofoam you need to get rid of, this Saturday, 9 to 1.
But you can't bring styrofoam that had food in it.
Right.
Because they don't accept it. So don't want anybody to get not happy when they save all this styrofoam, but,
Yeah.
you know,
So the food containers, no.
don't
Yeah.
want to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
Right.
And also, we have to give a shout out to Five Rivers Metro Parks for collaborating with our environmental services team for the styrofoam recycling event, because we couldn't do it without them, as well as community volunteers that help us during the event. So we have to give a shout out to them. Now, on another topic, next Tuesday, that would be October 18th, it's our fall job fair, It's October 18th, from noon until 4 o'clock at Sinclair. It's Building 12, right across the street from, oh, we should have said something to Steve. So, those that are interested, come dressed for success and bring copies of your resume. Or you can save time if you pre-register at thejobcenter.org. That's thejobcenter.org.
And that is it for this
That's it.
week. We did mention earlier, today is the last day to register to vote. Early voting starts tomorrow. Our next Montgomery County Commission meeting will be next Tuesday, October 18th at 1:30 p.m. Everyone have a fantastic week. Do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor say aye.
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 We are adjourned. Have a great week.